Last question. I know you're very busy. I can't thank you enough for letting me into your office. But we all know family is the foundation of all civilizations. And our family, the African American family, is really disintegrating and continues to disintegrate right before our very eyes. How do we get our young women and our young men to really think about raising African American children, black children, in this white racist oppressive society? They really we people like us have to really try to capture the minds of our young people, because we're not thinking about how do you raise a child in modern day America, African American child.
Well, I'm not certain. I really know, Mark. I know that you've touched on probably the most profound component of our condition that has fallen apart. And that families are the root and salvation and the foundation for the existence and survival of a people. I don't really know. I know that we have to keep putting it out here. And we know that many of our problems right now are related to the fact that so many of our problems are related to the deterioration of family life. Without strong families, extended family, and tied to communities. So we have a sense of communityhood that deteriorated, a sense of extended familyhood that deteriorated, and a sense of familyhood. So the only way I know that anybody can resolve a problem is to continue to talk about the problem, don't shy away from the problem, and face the problem head on. We have too many young people among us who are raising children who are not equipped to raise children, period. It is not that they're bad people, but they've never been trained to raise children. So they're raising children not knowing how to raise children, never been taught. So we have this cycle repeating itself. So therefore we have all of the, just a wealth of young people out here running around who have never been properly parented. We have to be honest about this. We have to come back in the room among ourselves and say, this is a serious problem. We got young people out here who are not being raised. So how do we expect them to behave other than the way that they're behaving if they have not been properly nurtured in their family, in their extended families, with their parents, uncles, grandma, somebody in their family? So we have a value crisis because the value of life in some segments of our community has reached an all-time low in terms of this celebrating death as opposed to celebrating life, and we got it backwards because we celebrate the ancestors who live long lives and who contribute to us, but this whole celebrating somebody getting shot in the head is a whole nother new phenomenon in the African experience. So I would say I don't have the answer, Mark, but I certainly know that we have to talk about it and continue to talk about it. We should never stop talking about it until we find an organizing strategy. This takes organization, this takes institutions, this takes programs, because so many of our young people right now, we might have to take them away on a farm somewhere and re-raise them, reprogram them. There has to be programs and resources where we get some of these young people out of the city, because if you might not even be able to do it in their neighborhood because everybody around them is afflicted by the same condition in certain neighborhoods. So this is a battle. This is, in fact, a war. This is a war for the African mind, the African American mind. This is a battle. So that would be, I don't have the answer, but I have the discussion framework.